Today we are back with more of the Roottrees Are Dead. It's a fun detective game where, there's a family called the Roottrees. They've passed away in a plane crash. They're really stinking rich. And now we have to piece together their family tree of blood relatives in order to distribute their wealth. But there's a lot of hints that there's something deeper, maybe about what happened to them. Maybe it was foul play involved with the plane crash or something's up. There's also a mysterious woman who has given us this task of, checking out this whole big old family tree. But she says, if anyone else asks you if I've been here, don't mention me. So it's kind of confusing. We have 6 out of 50 blood relatives on this big old thing. There's also non-blood relatives we can get that help us whittle down the list of names and faces we have. And since recording last time, when I was editing, I found some things that I didn't really know about. So when you click on a person's name, it gives you a list of everyone that ever exists. These are the only people you could ever place on the family tree. You're never going to find more. I thought last time we may find more people. This girl right here, Raina Roottree, is the daughter of the main guy. She was married to somebody, if I look at my notes, she got married to somebody who had married to someone who had the initials TMS. So I thought maybe it would be this Sheridan Thomas, but I wasn't sure if we had to uncover more people. But this is the list of everybody. So that means her husband is Thomas Sheridan. And I think if we even look up his name, if we look up TMS, we'll find his name. TMS is a common abbreviation for early 90s teen heartthrob Tommy Mark Sheridan. His first credited role as Thomas Sheridan was on a soap opera called Times March Onward. We may need to look that up, I don't know. But anyway, he skyrocketed to popularity after starting his role on the sitcom Brother Trouble. Since the end of Brother Trouble, he has more often been on the cover of tabloids for his supposed drug use and more recently his relationship with Raina Roottree. After a short engagement, they married in 1997 when she was only 19 and he was 23. Controversial. So now we know for sure that this guy is who we thought he was. And after 3 of the main people getting locked in, getting their name, their face, or their name, their faces, and their occupation done, we can move on. Or we get confirmed that they're right. So we're gonna start today with our evidence of the famous notable Roottrees. And we have some of them crossed off, right? Because we've done them. We're gonna look up Gwen Roottree and see if we can find anything with her. Gwen Roottree, you find some information on a website about old films that are not yet available on VHS. The site is not very well organized, and the search is broken, but you can get to individual pages from your search engine. Gwen Roottree is a somewhat well-known actress who was active in the 1950s. Okay, so she's an actress. She often appeared in tabloids, especially around the time of her highly publicized divorce. Her biggest role was for the minor hit movie. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take her name as a note. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to start writing some notes about her. So she's a well-known actress. Oh, I'm going to spell everything wrong. She was active in the 1950s. That can help us narrow down who she is and what time period she was in. She got divorced. Okay. And she was in a couple movies. These are the 2 movies she was in. So we can go ahead and copy that, and I'm going to paste it into here. So we can look up those later. There's a widely circulated picture of Gwen from behind the scenes on one of her movies, which you added to evidence. Nice. Did you know trivia? Gwen was the granddaughter of Elias Roottree, the founder of Roottrees Candy. Okay, so we take those notes because that's going to help us narrow down where she's at. That's great. She shouldn't have been named Roottree, but her father took her mother's famous name, which was rare these days. Oh. Okay, so her father... Because the people listed on the family tree are listed by their maiden name, or I guess their name when they were born. So that means her father is going to not be a Roottree, and her mom is going to be a part of the bigger branching tree. So if you look, the famous Roottrees are the little stars. So she was the granddaughter of Elias up here. I'm pretty sure it's what it said. We also have her picture. I forgot. Right here. We have her picture. This photo is, we've seen it on multiple websites about old films. Gwen Roottree is on the notable Roottrees list. She'll be marked on the chart with a star, right? So she is the granddaughter of Elias. So, if we go here, we zoom out. She is one of the stars, and this is the only one that we have here. Oh, It could be her. Oh, but she got separated. So this is the only one that has somebody who, this little red thing being split up. So that's her. This is Gwen. What was it? Gwen Roottrees, and she was an actress, I think. Actor. So that, and then she got married to somebody, but we don't know who quite yet. But I think that covers everything that because we need to find their occupation, their name, and a picture of them. Well-known actress, active in the 1950s, sure. Guys like we have these. Those could probably maybe tell us about her spouse. Granddaughter, the founder of Roottrees Candy. We could look that up. And father took her mother's famous name. Right, so this is going to be a boy. Or no, this is going to be a boy, this is going to be a girl. We know that, but we don't yet know what about her. But let's go and look up some of the stuff that she was in. Ooh. Guys Like Us is a 1953 film in which two secretaries cut their hair short and pose as businessmen to get ahead in life until one of them falls in love with their client and hilarity ensues. Starring Gwen Roottrees, Leslie Florence, and Harrison Lane. Did you know trivia? The title is a play on words, as it can be read like that the two women are men similar to other men, or that the men are fond of them, right? Guys Like Us. So she divorced after, or she left Hollywood after this. Maybe this helps us find out something about her husband. Christmas Mission is on a page called Flops. It was a war movie about a World War I release in 1955 that received poor reviews and lost studio money. Gwen Roottrees had a role as a soldier's wife who wrote him letters from home. You find no additional relevant information. The movie was marketed as an incredible true story, but no record of the events happening has ever been found. Okay, let's look up this. No, nothing there. Okay, maybe we could look at Roottrees Candy. Okay, I actually read this wrong. I don't know why I thought she was the founder of Roottrees Candy. I know she wasn't. They're talking about her father. Or her grandfather. We'll remove that. But we can't find her husband quite yet. But we could go to the next, we could go to the next famous person, which is Red Roottrees. Maybe we could find something about them. We could also search the periodicals, but I don't know why she would be in the periodicals. No, of course. Correct magazine or newspaper name, right? We haven't unlocked those magazines yet. So maybe we could find a magazine she was talked about in, but not quite yet. Let's go look up Red. Okay. Ooh. You find information on a website about strange historical facts. Aloysius Herring Roottrees, aka Red, was an appointed judge and politician who earned his nickname ironically because he was the ambassador to Ireland for only about 6 days. Okay. So this is a list of people that we have. So we'll put him here. He's Red, and he was a politician. Nice. He served what some people contend is the shortest term in history. A few days after he was appointed, he was heard disparaging his position in the Irish people. He then tried to run for state senate. He claimed it to be related to the Roottrees Candy Company in a newspaper ad. But it came out that the last name was merely a coincidence, and he was defeated in a landslide. What? He wasn't related to the Roottrees Candy Company. But he kind of is. I mean, maybe he's a distant relative. He in Ireland, but I'm assuming he's on the famous relatives list. Famous Roottrees list. I spell everything totally wrong. I think that's actually spelled right, but famous is not. Also, there's a welcome page on this thing. So it's just walking you through kind of how to play the game and how your notes work, and it's telling you siblings and what those all are defined as in American school terms. I guess if you are not from America and are trying to know what's going on. So I'm going to rename my pages actually, because this is people, is where I have information about all the people in there. And then this is like terms I want to look up. And then this is just miscellaneous, I guess. Anyway, let's go then we have to figure out where she goes. Red. See, he's a red herring. He has nothing to do. He's not even on this list. Is that what it's saying? That he's not even on here? There's 1 star left, 2 stars left. And do we only have 2 people? Oh yeah, 2 because we haven't done her yet. Yes, he's just a miscellaneous. Wow. Okay, let's look up Lauren then. Lauren Roottree. She's an author. Okay, let's make her a little note. Under people. Oh shoot. She was an author in the early 1960s. Okay, so that's like a little after the other girl that we just put on there. She released romance novels under her married name. Okay. So she married someone with the last name Rafferty. That's important because that would be his maiden name. When her publisher learned she had been keeping diaries about her famous family, they insisted she release them under her original name, Lauren Roottree, to take advantage of her family's notoriety. Okay, so she is a blood relative, obviously, but because she's a famous one, they're all blood relatives, but it's just, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to put it down. The section of diary entries released in 1965, A Life Between Wars, spans from the untimely death of her husband in World War II to coping with the post-war world as a young widow and mother, as well as her perspective on changing time and socialities, all the way through the entry into Vietnam. While the content is not considered particularly relevant to modern audiences, it has found new life as an exercise in high school English classes to show an evolution in writing style and a look into life in previous generations. After the success of her diaries, her publisher re-released her romance novels under the name Lauren Roottree. This includes Romance in Court, which gained popularity. She followed the re-release up by writing 2 sequels, creating what fans referred to as as the Court Jester series. You find no recent details about Lauren, though she is listed as retired. Okay, so you're supposed to put their most recent occupation, so she's going to be retired. Actually, we're not going to put author, we're going to put retired. But let's look up her books. Oh, we can probably go to the library for that. Wait, let's go to the library. Because it was put into... So this was the public library before 1999. So, I have caps lock on. Lauren Roottree. Shoot. And the name of the book, so I should write these down, is A Life Between Wars. So, I've never gone into the library before. Oh, I clicked all the wrong buttons. Every wrong button I could have clicked, I clicked. Let's look if we can see her book title. Oh! It's Printing the Diary! Republished 1993 nonfiction. It seems to be the jackpot here. There's a book occasionally taught in schools. You even find a hardcover edition for students that has full-page, high-quality pictures in it. A summary of the contents of the book, photos, as well as some particularly relevant entries from the diary. Whoa, there's a lot. Have been added to your evidence. So we're going to have, pictures. See, we have to take pictures from their faces. Oh, there's a long book. Okay. So we can learn about her lover or her husband. We can read that, and this means there's 18 clues associated with that. But that is Lauren. Okay, what about these? There's so many people back here. Which ones can we take pictures of? All of them? Oh gosh, now we have a lot. This is the 5 pieces. The 5 pieces, in other words, are like the main 5 kids. So is she one of the main 5 kids? Oh my gosh, there's so many people to take pictures of. Oh no, the next generation with our generation. So there's about to be so many pictures now. Maybe I should have waited to not take all of these pictures at once. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, different pages have different amounts of like lore. But we can maybe try to find Lauren. Notable root trees. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's so much now. Okay, let's go to the family tree. Who do we figure out can be Lauren? I guess it could be here or here. She's kind of on the same thing. We have to figure out how many kids she has, and that will help us. No, they both had 1 kid only. Oh gosh. Okay. Before we go too deep into that, let's see, because we're going to go look into Lauren and all of her stuff. Let's look up the last famous root tree before we do anything else, because I struggle to find, click the right buttons. Let's look up Miracle Jr. just before we do anything else, just to see. Miracle Jr. doesn't go by his full name in promotional materials. Instead, he has shortened it to Miracle Jr. Miracle Jr. is a tele-evangelist who is part of the Miracle Network. Okay, we're going to look that term up. So we're going to put that in terms to look up. He used to have a show that aired on local access across many stations in the northeastern United States. According to a website called Clergy Watch, he was exposed, and here we go. Oh, I thought it was going to be worse. I'm going to read it. We'll see what happened with him. He was exposed and subsequently charged with conspiracy to defraud the public in 1979 when he claimed to heal someone in a wheelchair. A news expose revealed it was his wife Edith's sister in disguise. Wife Edith. Okay, so let's do a note on Miracle Jr. over here, and people. Oh shoot, we have to move this to... Oh, it did move to people. Okay, and then we'll make a note that he had a wife named Edith who had a sister. Oh, but that doesn't matter because we're not going to have her family members on there. The author also mentioned that Edith had a bit of a checkered past herself, but doesn't clarify. He has since lost his television show and instead goes on tour across the southern United States, which he was not well known before the scandal. So maybe we could look up Edith. We need to find this guy. So let's look at Miracle Network first. Ooh, with the testimonials of Miracle's Roottrees. You found a website for the Miracle Network, a production company run by the Miracle Roottrees estate. It's quite bare bones, but has the following blurb. Witness the testimonies of Miracle's Roottrees. Miracle Roottrees arrived so late in his mother's life that doctors swore he wouldn't survive his first year. His mother and father, Elias and Gwyneth, named him Miracle because they thought him impossible. He was younger than his brothers and sisters by only over 14 years. With a birth that late, the final child of his generation was nearly torn apart by countless health problems. But still, with the power of God on his side, he persevered. He triumphed over these complications and even regained his sight to spread the healing word of the Almighty. 23 years later, Miracle Roottrees Jr. arrived and became the famous family's second vessel for the higher power. At 18, he unburdened himself from the Roottrees name and took his father's testimony to a whole new level. Via the power of television, Miracle Jr. spread the gospel across the entirety of New England. He has since left life of glamour and glitz behind to reach those places that need it most. Think the power of the Lord coming to a town near you. Below the blurb is a flyer about the tour, which is in your evidence. Okay, so there's two miracles. There's Miracle and Miracle Jr. Right, and this is him. Witness the power of the Lord, yada yada yada. Summer 96 Three Generations of Miracles tour, featuring the testimony from world famous Miracle Jr. and special appearance from Miracle Roottrees. Oh, in his 68th year on God's earth, children now welcome. Celebrate with your pastor, Miracle III, and his wife, Nicole. Oh my gosh. Miracle III. Oh no. Miracle III. Let's take a note of him. Miracle III. Wife, Nicole. Right. So there's 3 miracles. We're going to have to figure out all of them. Miracle Jr., who is said to be world famous and gets top building. Miracle Jr. is on the notable Roottrees list, right? Miracle Roottrees, who the flyer says will make a special appearance, and Miracle III and his wife Nicole, who are said to be the youth pastors. Oh, goodness. Okay, so a lot of things. We're going to have 3 different miracles. Is that true? We have 3 different miracles in here? Yep, Miracle III, Miracle, Miracle Jr. Okay, so someone has to give birth to a miracle, but that could also be here. We could also have him be Miracle, Miracle Jr., Miracle III. We have to figure out which one. Maybe Miracle III got divorced. So I'm going to try to whittle out which one is which by doing Miracle III. I'm going to go look him up to see if maybe he got divorced. But, oh, no, wait, hold on. Miracle was the youngest of his siblings, and the tree is in birth order. So, actually, then that means Miracle has to be over here. How many people can I say? Miracle is over here, which means Miracle Jr. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Miracle Jr. is this one, and then Miracle the Third has to be this guy. I think. But now we gotta assign them... Oh, what was his wife's name? We gotta assign them pictures as well. Miracle the Third had a wife named Nicole. Oh, but it could be either. Okay, so we need to find last, because there's a lot of things, but she is just helpful to deduce down people. But now we need to figure out the pictures. But there is like so many of them. Where do we think would he? Oh wait, no. We have some of the pictures. This is Miracle Jr., and I'm assuming this is Miracle the Third. So if we go over to the family tree, we got a Miracle Jr. This should be Miracle Jr. This should be Miracle the Third. But we have to find their occupation as well. So he was, what was he? I mean, they claimed to be pastors, right? But they were frauds. But would that count? I don't know. I think maybe we could find if he, does it count if he's a fraud though? So let's see. Actor, I mean, kinda. Baby, cat, not a baby. Like a preacher? And this guy was considered a youth pastor, is what they said. We could always come back and fix this. But public speaker, though, as well. Oh, okay, that counted. There you go. When you get 3 locked in, you get to be told you're right. These 3 entries are correct and have been locked. Root Tree, Gwen, Miracle Jr., and Miracle the Third. You've also unlocked the following optional entries. Yes. So those are like the optional people. You can let them know and get them off your list. Oh, the woman's back.
You're on a roll.
Yep.
I'll try to keep that momentum going. Carl's office was a mess, thanks to some burst pipes.
Oh no.
But I unearthed a photo from a 1970s Roottree reunion.
Whoa,
I also found
evidence.
some important-looking papers.
Lots of photos. Lots of photos. Oh gosh.
You've traced 9 blood relatives so far. I'll have more to share after you find 9 more.
Sounds good. Are you gonna come back this time, or do I have access to the game? I do have access. Vote for Stephanie Jones. Should I take all the pictures now, or should I, wait? She is pregnant. I'm gonna take all the pictures now. I think that'll be fine, and we'll figure it out. Because these also could be bonus photos that we could figure out. Gwen and the boys. Okay, so that's Gwen and her sons. So, oh my goodness. Look how many people there are. This is probably such a bad idea to take photos of everybody right now. But it's true. Your client returns. Okay, so this is the evidence that updates over time. So it says that mysterious woman who comes at your door comes back with a new papers and new evidence, right? And says she has a bit more to share after 9 more blood relatives. So that's interesting to know. Okay, where's Gwen? Right here. So we can put her bonus picture on there. And it only shows you the girls' photos because it helps you narrow it down. So if we go back to our evidence, we can go to where Gwen was. Eventually, if we're done with this, can we throw it out? Also, I found out you can use a magnifying glass to look closer. I was at my screen looking like this. You can just zoom in. You can just zoom in. Where was Gwen and her boys? Right here. The photo has a note attached from your employer. Here's a bonus. When I pulled the water damage picture of the free spirits out of the frame, this fell out too. Written on the back of the photo is, couldn't make the reunion, wishing you well from Paris. So this is her boys. We're going to look this up later though. All right, so let's look. This girl with the blue shirt is Gwen. Right here. Gwen, where are you? This one? I think that was her. Yes, and then she had 2 boys, which I guess we could put them in there and just know that they could switch. I guess this guy looks older, so maybe we'll put him there and this guy there, but we could always switch them later, but I want to just put them down so I could come back and fix them later. That's Gwen and her children, and then she got married, whatever. Okay. We need to lock people. The yellow ones are the ones we locked in. Also, this guy, I realized he's Carl Roottree. He's the one that just died in the plane crash. So he was a president, but he is probably the last president, right? Because he just died. So obviously he's the last one. All right, so now that we've done all of the famous root trees, maybe we can go back to those photos about the 5th or the first generation, these guys. So maybe we can figure out who all of these people are. Because this, I'm assuming, these are the 5 The 5 pieces, right? They're the 5 kids of the first 2 people in the family tree. Lauren's diary contains some labeled pictures. This is the 5 pieces. The picture was famous in our house. Pop even had it framed. That's him on the left. Okay. So Lauren's dad is the guy on the left. Or maybe Pop means grandpa. Where's Lauren? Oh, I did never get her. I did never mark down Lauren. So this is Lauren Roottree, and she was retired. That's not an option. So maybe then she is just marked as author. And we gotta find what Lauren looked like to help her go. But then we can put Pop in, so her dad has a photo, and he's on the left, and it was this guy, I think. Because we don't have an extra bonus photo of her grandpa, so it had to be Pop, like her dad. So let's see if we can find a picture of Lauren. I'm kind of all over the place. Okay, we also know that this is Eli Jr., the little one, right? Because he's with the eye patch, I'm pretty sure. So then we can go over here. I'm all over the place. I'm so sorry. But we can go over here and put... Oh, Elias Jr., not Miracle. Wait, is that Miracle? Hold the phone. Right, this is Miracle. So... Yes, Miracle, Miracle, Miracle. Sorry. Getting confused. Miracle over here is the little boy. We don't know what he did. I can't remember. Oh, there's a picture. There's something about him in this. World famous Miracle Roottree. So I guess we don't yet know what Miracle did, but we will find out. Going back to this. Sorry, this picture was framed in our house. Pop even had it framed. That's him on the left. It was taken in 1935 to celebrate the move to the new warehouse that Eli Jr. designed. So this guy is Eli Jr. Angie and I were both wanted to be in the photo since Miracle was in it, and the 3 of us were all about the same age. We were told only the 5 pieces, which really didn't go over well, to say the least. Especially as opposed to Stop the Tantrums, they posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. Found out years later that they never even took a second photo. So these, right, the black and white photos are all of the 5 original siblings. And there's a new character, where was it, Angie? And then we know, I guess, that Lauren's writing this. So Lauren refers to Gwendolyn as her aunt. So Lauren was not a child of Gwendolyn. We can at least know that. Oh, but we know that. I'm just going to assume they would name their first kid Eli Jr. But no, I think they said that they had, I think I have it in my notes somewhere here, that Elias had a daughter, the first of 5 children. The first child was a girl. Who is Angie? So this is going to be a girl. It's either going to be this girl or that girl. This girl looks older, but we don't know. Let me look up who Angie is. What's her last name? Oh, Angelica. Angelica Morden and Mr. Morden. Right, 2 dating. So she was a Roottree. No, she was born a Roottree. Oh, who's Mr. Morden? I don't know. There's so much going on. Let's see if we can use this picture to figure this out, because this is Lauren's next diary entry, and this is the next generation. An attempt to recapture the spirit of the 5 pieces photo with our generations. For old time's sake, we gathered on the warehouse floor. I wanted Eli to stand all the way on the left, since to me he looked like Pop did in the old one, but I was outvoted by my brothers. Right, there he is. I see him. They insisted the 4 of us stand together, and so we clumped up in the middle and let everyone filter in behind and in front of us. The only one too good to make an appearance was Gwen. So Gwen is not here. So Gwen is the blonde one then. Grandma insisted we include Sam even if we didn't want to. None of us understood why, including Sam. None of us understood why, including Sam. I also didn't think it fair Miracle made it in, since it's technically a 5 piece. I guess my inner child still holds a grudge even after all these years. I would too. Right, so we have all of these relatives. So this little guy is Sam. Okay, side tangent. This is side tangent because I'm getting confused with all those faces. I think if we go back over here, I think they were all preachers. Because why would Miracle Jr. bring his famous dad to come talk at his preacher event if he's not also a preacher? So I'm going to put him as a preacher. And then we'll see if anything confirms later. I think if that guy's right, and then this guy's right. We only need one more person to confirm everything. And we will win the thing. If we can find Lauren, a picture of Lauren, then we can win. Because she would be a part of the next generation. So she's one of the people in this photo. And it says they, like, 4 of them clumped up in the middle. And everyone else filter behind. And there's 4 of them. So I don't know what they're referring to as the middle. And that everyone else filter in behind. And this is her brother. Because he looks like their dad. Who we don't have a name for yet. I think they're referring to these 4. I think that's what they mean. So I think this is Lauren. So let's try that one out. I think that's Lauren. Let's find out. Yes! Okay. Dang, this game is freaking tricky. And I was all over the place with so many different clues. And I didn't take a ton of notes, and I'm so sorry. Locked in everyone on the notable Roottrees list. Yes! Also locked the following optional entry. Yay! So we did get her face, or her bonus picture, right? Right here. Nice. And we don't know about this yet because we didn't lock in their full thing. That's so cool. Oh, but we got 3. I'm going to go a little bit farther. Maybe find out guardian, adoption, or otherwise. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we got to figure out what that is. Okay, so since we already confirmed, I think 6 different people today, let's just read through Lauren Roottree's little book, her excerpt from her diary, and just take the notes that we can, and maybe we'll uncover some things before we go. The below are notes and observations you made when skimming through Lauren Roottree's diary, pages in A Life Between Wars. Lauren Roottree is on the notable Roottrees list in your evidence. She will be marked on the chart with a star. Let's write this down as a thing to talk to, or look up next episode. The book was published in 1965 and consists of diary entries that stretch from 1940 to 1965. The most important event that much of the diary and Lauren's thoughts revolve around was the loss of her husband Jacob. Jacob died in the final months of World War II while Lauren was pregnant. This left her to raise her son Clark alone. Lauren never remarried and only had 1 child. So this is also Lauren, and that's her husband. So I think, I would assume, but maybe that's like someone else's photo of her, and they're like actors, but I'm assuming that's them. So let's go to Lauren right here, and we can get the other photo of her, which is here. And then she had a husband named Jacob. How many Jacobs are there? 1. Jacob Rafferty, right? She married someone with the last name Rafferty, I forgot. And they only had 1 son whose name was what? Whose name was Clark. Okay, who had a son named Clark. Let's go over it there. Oh, right, and then we can mark off her husband. That was a photo of her husband, and she had a son named Jack. Roottree Jack. Nice. And so he was a child. Maybe. Oh, he got married and stuff. Never mind. Okay. So we'll find a photo of him later, but let's go back to the evidence we were looking at. Right there. By skimming the pages of the diary, you glean the following information. She was the granddaughter of Elias and Gwyneth on her father's side. Her mother's family was called the Cossels, but she hardly ever mentions them. Okay. So her mom had the last name Cossel. I don't think we need to write down absolutely everything. If we can use this to find, if there's only 1 Cossel, bang, we got the mom. Her dad was part of the Roottree family. We got that. We don't need to really write that down, I don't think. Her father was always referred to as Pop, was the head lawyer for the Roottree Candy Company, and helped write a legal document called the Clanced Trust. Was the head lawyer. Okay, so he was a lawyer. Oh, I always go out of that. I shouldn't do that. He was a lawyer and was part of the Clanced Trust. But let's just look up the Roottrees. Let's see what the options we have is. See if we can look for names like that. Candy, Clancy Edward, Clancy Jr., Edward, Clancy Edward, Clancy Jr., Edward, Roottree, Elias Jr., Elias C., Elias M., oh my gosh, Gwendolyn, Jack, Christina, Margaret. There's so many of them. Robert, Ronald. I almost bet you he's Clancy Edward, and then he has 2 kids named Clancy Jr. and Clancy and Edward. I'm almost sure that's him. But before we just go willy-nilly and confirm that, Let me look up his name. And then I guess we'll just do this page because I'm going to be recording for too long. We'll just do this page. Let's look up the Clance Trust just so maybe we can verify that. The Clance, to pronounce clan, said, is a highly unusual corporate arrangement named after Clancy Edward Roottree, who was Elias's son and the Roottree Company lawyer. Due to its unique nature, it's often brought up in online discussions about financial matters and inheritance as an oddity. The company mandates that a fixed percentage of its profits are split every quarter amongst bank accounts representing each direct relative of Elias and Gwyneth. An account is created for each blood relative at birth and first accessible when they reach 18. Oh, the actual numbers have never been fully disclosed to the public, but due to the ever-increasing success of the company, it is a significant amount of money. The Clance Trust is known for being essentially impossible to get around due to many checks and balances written into it. Still, there have been a few situations in which family members have tried to forcibly remove another member from their trust. Most details online are pretty vague since the matters are handled internally. The only information you discover is from a university law school which apparently had a guest lecturer talk about the Roottrees versus RR. Okay, we'll write that down to do in our terms. When looking into the Clance Trust, you often find mentions to the 5-piece guarantee which went into effect at the same time. We also have to remember the 5 pieces of candy, like the 5 flavors, were named after the first letter of all of the second generation of kids, or like the original 2 people's children. We have to remember that too. So we have this guy, he has a lawyer. We also, I think, confirmed this guy. So yeah, we didn't exactly finish all 3 again, but I'm pretty sure we got this right? And he has 2 kids. I'm assuming named Clancy Jr. and Edward. We know Clancy Jr. at least. We know that. But I'm assuming Clancy would give his kid the same name that he has, right? Isn't there like... No, there's just Clancy Jr. But yeah. Sorry, I kind of go all over the place with the detective games, but I just get distracted and get really excited about everything. But, we've accomplished quite a lot. We have 12 out of 18, and we're about to lock in 3 more next time we play. We have this guy done. We have these pictures. These get interchanged. We don't know their names, but we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. I'm really excited. I keep looking out for this. I don't know. This one's going to be hard because it has to look for inconsistencies and leaps in logic. That's probably going to be pretty difficult, but I'm really excited to get into more. This game is just super intriguing, and I really like finding out new information about random people, and I like that there's kind of scandals I guess you would find in rich families like this. But yeah, I am so excited to keep playing this game. So if you liked watching, if you liked this video, if you like this game, like and subscribe. I'll have the next video out pretty soon. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!